Hi there, chocolate cupcake. You're going to learn a skill that will carry you for the entire crypto market and your investing career. Thinking about future supply, because that means dump pressure. We want to get into the minds of the people who are going to get coins. What are they going to do with it? You never really know, but we can estimate it. We can think about it. We can feel it in a very G-rated way, okay? Because we have an example here, and we're going to go through XEN. Now, just remove everything you think about this coin and the community. I'm here to just show you. I get a lot of messages. People want to know, you are my baby dolls. First, they want to know, is my back really straight? Yes, it is, okay? My shoulders are touching the roof. The next thing they want to know is, how do we know something's going to dump? I had one friend show me one of my old messages and they said to me, hey, how did you know Illuvium, Phantom, all these other coins, how did you know they were going to dump from those points? And I said, well, firstly, do you even need a thermometer to see the temperature of the orange juice that I'm drinking? You know it's not room temperature. You know there's 3 ice cubes in there. And with that, you also know if you can see a future supply unlock for a coin, you can plug it in to an exchange like 1inch. You can actually use a DEX and you can see what would happen to the price if all those coins got sold, theoretically, just to play around with it. And that's what we're going to do with XEN. So here is my XEN update, friends. Now, I have a confession to make. I did the numbers and I was looking at the wrong part of the chart. And I thought I was wildly wrong. Very wrong. You see, I want to know in the next 90 days how much XEN comes out. I want to know the inflation. I want to know how many people get coins into their hands. Because I know people are weak. I know they're weak. I know deep down in my soul that are weak paper hands, especially if they are on side in profit. Right? Now they become double weak. People want to scramble, okay? So in the next 90 days, XEN releases 6 trillion coins to the market. And what I did was I calculated what is 6 trillion times the current price, and it gets you 14.8 million US dollars. And here I have a danger sign. I'm going to show you how we got that, okay? Now, if you want, you can go to a website called XEN Turbo, XEN turbo.io, xenturbo.io, and you can scroll down to the bottom and you'll be able to see this graph, this chart. Now, I was looking at the right-hand side. The right-hand side is the wrong scale to look at, okay? I'm actually going to show you right now. See this website? I was looking on the right-hand side. So I thought, oh, there's only 300 billion coins. Let's change it to 90 days. You see this? This is what I was doing wrong. I was looking at 300 billion thinking, wow, that's sustainable. Very wrong, friends. It's actually the left-hand side. The right-hand side is just what comes out for the day. Oh, yeah, so I got it very wrong, okay? But this is very important. You have to do your homework. And if you don't do your homework, there's a lot of pitfalls, man, okay? You're going to buy in front of a train of weak hands. You never want to do that. Okay, so once again, I want to reiterate, this has nothing to do with the XEN community. I wish everyone success. Trust me, I'm here watching these. I don't want to go buy these Arbitrum Ponzi coins, right? I want to buy growing communities. Okay, so I'm looking for things that work. I don't want things to go down. I'm not a maxi. Go look at my sheet. Look how many poop coins I've bought. I have to remind everybody, I am a poop coin connoisseur. There is no loyalty here, okay? There is absolutely no loyalty when you see all these coins, friends. None. Look at all these coins. These are just the winners. This is the win. There's 2 and 3x winners, okay? I don't care about it. I see a system that works and we ride with it. Now, with XEN, you have to look at the left-hand side. I changed it to 90 days, 6 trillion, by the way. So if you go to all, yeah, man, it becomes, oh my God, it becomes 60 trillion coins in the next 1.5 years. Friends, that is minus 99.9. 60 trillion. Wow. And by the way, that dump pressure of 14.8 million, that's only if the price is there today, which is a big, big, big if. Who's going to hold it up there forever, okay? So let's continue, okay? Because I'm here to just show you what's going on, friends. I'm here to show you, okay, we have this inflation schedule. We know, all right. But you say to me, okay, how do I know there's liquidity in there? I want to know what actually happens. Well, baby doll, keep your back straight. Keep your socks on. I'm going to continue. I'm going to show you, all right? So we know what the value is today. If we scroll down, I'm going to show you. Okay, so what I've done is, okay, all right, let's just look at the next 90 days because people in crypto, ADD, everyone's on illicit substances. No one can really have any patience for anything, okay? So 90 days, okay? Because we've got to get into the minds of the other dingleberry brains, all right? Even though we're peanut brains. All right? So look, I estimated if just, we're going to read this together. If just, remember 6 trillion were released in the next 90 days? What if just 2 trillion sold? 2 trillion, all right? And I've already said here, the liquidity is too small for it. And so minus 85% would follow. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what we do. So what you can do is, friends, there's a trick, okay? We can actually go, and I've got, where is my Bing? Yeah, my Bing boys. All right, we'll Bing it. So you can go to 1inch.exchange or 1inch.io. And what you do is you go to the trade section. You can put in XEN up the top. You have to paste the contract address in, get it from CoinGecko, and then USDC on the bottom. 1inch is an aggregator. It will grab all the liquidity all around the cryptoverse to try to give you the best prices. Now, what I've done is I've just assumed here in this number, you see on this top, I've got 6 trillion, and you can see down here minus 95%. Okay, so I'm going to be like lenient and go, hey, maybe people believe in it. And let's say there's only 2 trillion that dump. Okay, so not all of them dump. You still got minus 85%. Okay, you see that, friends? Now, that is very, very rough. So I've done this theoretical. I mean, you can play with the numbers here. So you go, okay, what if 1 trillion sold? Okay, it's still 70%, friends. And we're going to show you, meaning me, I'm going to walk through what that actually means on the chart. So you got to see now how you play around with these numbers. You go, whoa, so, okay, I'm going to look at what 60 to minus 90% looks like on the chart from that point. Like you already know, you already know something big's coming, okay? So, but this is what you do. You know the coins are coming out. But now, okay, before we even do this, some people get upset and they'll say, no, people believe in the system. Please, Habibi Albi, please keep your pants on and keep your slippers on. My face, my body, my soul, there are too many scars from thinking that people are going to hold, okay? I've been in this game many years, all right? People don't hold. I don't care what you believe in. When people get money in their hands, they dump. They'll dump as little as $100, $50. They don't care. They'll dump. I promise you. I'm here to protect you. They'll dump. Now, that doesn't mean everything goes to zero. It just means that train, you can't convince them not to hurt themselves. They'll dump. They'll sell anything. Anything. People do this, okay? This is why it's very dangerous when you're dealing with high inflation. You have to understand these. Now, if I could understand these with so many coins, this is why I'm telling you, this is a skill set you are now learning for the rest of the crypto market, okay? Now, if we continue, I'm going to get rid of this. So we've seen what happens here. And that's why I have this on this chart in this second post, right? We did 2 trillion. Now, what you can do is you can go to info.uniswap.org and you type in XEN, right? And in the bottom right here, you can look at the liquidity pools. And if you go to TVL, total value loved, aka total value locked, you will see there's about $1 million here. Now, also a caveat, this liquidity, it's got bids and offers combined, offers to sell. So when I tell you, oh, there's $1 million here, that's actually fake. It's like half of that. You got to divide it because it's buy side plus sell side. All right. So it's much more thin than you think. Okay. So it's not actually $1 million on the bid ready to decide. It's more like 500K on the bid and 500K on the offer around there. Right. And it's a bit skewed because of Uniswap V3 where it's more like an order book instead of like 50-50. Okay. Now I haven't posted the pictures here. What would happen with 2 trillion XEN sold in the next 90 days over time? What this sell pressure does, minus 85%. Now, because you're a baby doll baby cake, as we have confirmed, and please, if you're in the comment section, please confirm our friendship again. I'm going to show you what happens when we go through this. Now, I'm going to go just bring up the chart now for you because you're a baby doll, baby cake. I'm going to bring up the chart. Here we are. This is my chart saved. This is XEN. There's a lot of junk on it, and you can see it's messy. Now, XEN is super inflationary. So it's been falling. This is a log chart, right? You have to use log because linear, you can't say anything, right? So a log chart, we'll see XEN kept falling because it's inflationary. Now, we have seen these little 2 green candles like, wow, people coming back to the system. Hold your horses, all right? Hold your horses. Now, I hope this happens. This is what I hope happens, all right? I hope hundreds of millions of dollars come in here and we do this. That's what I hope, because that means we've got something to buy the dip in and we can continue the friendship, all right? But I've just shown you that there's 6 trillion coins coming out and the value of that. So the price is up here. That's 5 zeros. So that's all you got to do, friends. You get your cute little calculator. You go, okay, 6,000 million, billion, trillion times 0 point. And you see these little numbers here? Is a 0 and then a little 5. So you're going to do 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can put this number in. 2562. 2562. You have 15.3 million US dollars. That's the value of the unlocks. Okay, now this is where market cap and theoretical values are important. Okay, so don't ever listen to people who say, oh, ignore market cap. Please just don't. Okay, keep your pants on. Don't ignore that. All right, I'm telling you, you should be listening to what market cap represents. All right, market cap represents a theoretical store of value of everyone in the system, this economic system. So our number is 15.3 million. So effectively what happens is we add, if no one sold, we add $15.3 million theoretical value into everyone's hands. I want you to please think for a second. How likely do you think it is that all of those people decide to continue holding their portion of $15.3 million in the XEN token? How likely do you think that is? And do you think it's likely that some of them say, I'm out? Okay, this is what you always have to evaluate. Now, I'm not here to poop on anyone, right? We'll just use water pistols here, but this is what you have to always evaluate. So when I'm always looking at other coins, there's other gaming, metaverse, all these other layer ones, I'm looking at their schedules, right? We can see their schedules. And when I see a lot of coins coming out, I'm like, I don't think these guys are going to hold, say, $30 million of unlocks in the next 6 months. I think they'll be selling 10 million of that. So you can go to 1 inch and I can look at the liquidity and go, okay, what happens if I sell $10 million of it? And then often you'll see it's down 50%. Now, they don't click it in one go, but that is minus 50% pressure, which is slowly done over time to combat and go against the buying, okay? So now, and you might wonder, all right, well, how do you ever overcome that? And the answer is you need Bitcoin and Ethereum to be rallying enough to get more buyers in and people to believe in the system. Now, with XEN, we have 15.3 million here that's going to get unlocked, but I'm going to go through and show you what happens if we drop, remember that minus 60%, right? So let's say if you just had like 1 trillion, right? It won't even let me do it. Here we go. So minus 60% takes us back towards the low, all right? Minus 80% takes us even lower, and that minus 90% is around here, okay? So I even have, if we zoom in, you can see this line here? This is small text, but what I've done is, this is fun. This is how you get research in the field, friends, right? I wrote down what is the cost price to mint for the very early wallet spammers of XEN, all right? And it was here. It cost them $2.50 each way. $2.50 to mint, and then it's going to be $2.50 to sell. So you can do $2.50 to $5, whatever it is, okay? So I even have this XEN price, and I wrote it down here, right, with all these zeros, and here I marked this line here. So you can see what this means is all those people who minted XEN, if it goes down to here, this exact price, which is minus 90% lower from here, that means they're all break even. All of them, all right? That's where my tongue will come out and I'll be licking my lips. That's where I'll be licking my lips, okay? At that point, I want to know, how does everyone react? How much do you really believe in the system? Are you going to hold, or are you going to be selling XEN for the new shiny coin out there, which whatever it is, in the next narrative, the next China coin, artificial intelligence, the doggy coin, whatever it is, okay? That's what I want to know. So that's my goal here. My goal here is to wait. There's so much inflation out there. And we can get here if 6 trillion jump now, but let's continue, okay? The whole point of the XEN ecosystem is that there is friendship and kindness with more coins, okay? I refer to them as closed circle Ponzi. They're making more coins so you can buy and burn XEN to participate, So XEN is like the currency, okay? Here I want to reiterate to you, all right? Many minters, they are still deeply onside, roughly 20 times their money at current prices, okay? So I know, for example, there's someone out there with like $20,000 that they spent. Friends, they are onside. Just this one person is onside $400,000 if the price stays here and they get there. Now, this is just one person. There are like 150 wallets around him and her, up and down, right? Up the rank and down the rank. There's so much more. So you got to think, if there's so many people who are going to have $400,000, but the liquidity is only about $400,000, it's a matter of musical chairs. It's who's going to get the coin first and who's going to take their profit first. Because, see, you can believe in the system all you want, friends, but at the end of the day, it comes down to other people, friends. It comes down to other people. You see all these big bars coming out. At the end of the day, it's not just about you. You have to think like a chess player. You have to think, all right, I believe in the system. I believe in XEN. But what about these other redacted people, right? What about them? What about the other dingleberries, right? They're non-believers. They might be toilet paper hands. You don't know. This is why you'll always see, before people get coins, they'll just dump them. All the unlocks, every ICO, every VC, they just dump. And it's very frustrating when you believe in a system. You got to deal with it. But it is what it is. People just take the money and they run every time. That's why coin founders have to be very particular and careful about who they give the coins to. All right. That's why it's very important that this is planned before. Okay. So at the end of the day, we're going to go back here. And you're going to see that these wallet minters, they're up 20x. So yes, 20K is up worth 400K. So, and by the way, I want to add as well, right? If you go to this chart, yes, if you believe, here's the thing. See that 20K that they're on? If XEN just does another 100%, so if XEN gets up to here, right, up to this price, that person who spent $20,000 to mint free, basically, they're now worth $800,000 up there. It gives them even more reason to sell. Do you get what I mean? Like, as the price goes higher, everybody who's on site has even more reason to get rid of them. That's why markets have to rinse weak people. That's why often before markets go up, you often see them, they have to go down and test them the other way. And we've seen that in 2022. Okay. Now, this is where the game theory comes in. This is where you're a baby doll, baby cake. And we're going to analyze, how do we actually think about this? Because this is we're going deeper now. This is actually you got to play the game. You got to play the game. Just like every sport, every boxer, soccer, doesn't matter what it is. You got to think about what the other person's going to do. Now, all the people who get their XEN coins have 3 options. Okay. Option 1, they can choose to hold and restake. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Let's say this person who spent $20,000, they have $400,000 unlocked. Do you think they're going to hold and restake, right? Just think about that. What are the chances that this person is going to hold and restake all of it? And what about the other 100 people around them who also have $400,000 theoretical value? Okay. The option 2 is dump. So you got to think about, right? How much do they dump and would they all dump? Okay. Because you got to analyze this for every single coin. And you can kind of get an idea about, okay, is there a religion aspect to it? How long has the coin been around, right? Is the founder building stuff? You can try to gauge this, but I promise you, I'll tell you now, from the bottom of my heart, it doesn't matter who the coin founder is. It doesn't matter what promises they make. It doesn't matter what color the sky is. Weak hand scum will dump. I promise you that. You put money in people's hands and they're in profit, they're getting out. All right, they're getting out. There's nothing you can do. You have to be at one with it. And dare I say, use the pun, you have to be in a Zen mode, all right? Because you got to accept it. You got to accept these people are just constantly hurting themselves. And every time they do, you climb the ladder because they distribute the coins to other people who are smaller. And just know that next year and the year after and year after that, you are climbing up the rank and you're going to kill it, okay? Because you're a baby doll, baby cake, pumpkin cherry pie. Now, the third option is where Zen's like uniqueness comes in compared to, say, many other coins where the founders just quit, all right? Zen has a third option. So you can not only just do hold or dump, now you can use your Zen for another coin. Now, if you remember in my previous video, closed circle Ponzi's, this is done in 2020, friends. Now, this is not like a negative connotation, right? A closed circle Ponzi can run for a long time. Have you heard of a coin called Luna? It went for like 2.5 years, man. It can go on much longer than you think. And the season can go on very long, right? It can go on for as long as Bitcoin and Ethereum decide to run. You might think this thing's going to die in 4 weeks, and now 1 year, 4 months later, it's still going, okay? Everyone thought the same thing about many other coins, but at the end, there will come a judgment day. You just don't know when, all right? So this is what you got to think about, all right? DXN. Now, I'm participating in DXN. I have some. So I want to see, okay, how does it work? Okay, you buy Zen and then you burn it in there. And everyone's talking about the Zen, deflation, inflation. And I see all the marketing numbers and they go, wow, we're burning up like so much Zen. It's cool. But this is where, friends, I have to level you up again. All right. The Zen inflation they're talking about, the unlocks in the future do not change. Okay. You see this part, let's go back to the dashboard, this Zen Turbo dashboard. You see all these coins coming out here, all these bars, right? They are going to get released no matter what you do. It's built in the system, okay? It doesn't matter. You can make one coin. You can make DXN and they'll make Phoenix and they'll make another coin, bomb coin, dynamite coin, poo-poo coin. I don't care. I'm telling you now, there are people, when they get their coins, a big majority just go, you know what? I like me 10x, mate, and I'm just getting out. And then that will go down. And then people are like, you know what? I'm up 2x and I'll get out. So it becomes a cascading game of hot potato. This is what happens, right? This is a lot of coins, friends. Now, obviously, I've got, if they're 20x on side now, it's just a matter of who's going to get the coins first, right? And I want you to know at the end of the day, there's another fallacy that people think. They think, well, if these people paid $20,000 for their whole wallet, they won't sell for less than $20,000. And I will say you are wrong. And it's very unfortunate. That is, I made a whole video about it. You can type it in YouTube, type in sunk cost fallacy. Okay. The sunk cost fallacy trap of crypto is just because someone paid $20,000 to buy a coin, I promise you this. If there are other coins mooning out there, they will sell for like a $10,000 loss. They'll take a 50% loss just to go chase the coin that's moving. Okay. People in crypto, it's all about the network effects. So yes, they might be on a list of substances and their heartbeats and their pupils, they're peeking out of their minds. But I'm telling you now, when people see other network effects joining, because there's parabolic growth, they will go chase it. They don't care what price they're selling. They don't care. Okay. If you don't believe me, you can watch and see. I'm telling you now, they give absolutely zero value or care to the fundamental value of what they're selling. Most of the time, that's what happens, right? People will sell, they will sell diamonds for pennies just to chase other things, okay? So, friends, at the end of the day, I've got my final message, right? So, I am in DBZen just because I know, okay, this is the game. The game is Zen's inflation's huge. Zen is the currency to spend. No one wants to hold it. The inflation's enormous. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just go buy the other Ponzi coins. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now, I hope they give me 1,000x like everyone else, but I don't really know. It can go to zero. The floor can fall out tomorrow, all right? If I wake up tomorrow and there's a big fat red candle, I'll have that feeling like, well, what did I expect? Anyway, like I'm just letting you know, okay? I'm telling you now, in investing, don't buy a coin unless if it drops minus 90%, you wouldn't buy more. All right? I'm telling you that. From the bottom of my heart, my pants are on, my back is straight. Yes, my orange juice, 3 ice cubes, very cold, not room temperature anymore. I'm telling you now, every coin you buy, you like Bitcoin at 30K? All right, well, you better like it at 6K. All right, you're buying Chainlink at $7? All right, you better like it at $2. You're buying Hex at 8 cents? All right, you better like it at 1 cent. Any coin, think about this. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I'm just saying for you, okay? That's what I'm telling you, all right? At the end of the day, this is it. So, my mom always used to tell me, well, when you're in a relationship with someone, you got to love the good and the bad, right? And in crypto, the bad might be a big fat red candle in your face, right? So this is the next game. They're going to try and make more coins, and the inflation's still big. And I'm telling you now, right, when weak hands get unlocked Zens, they're going to dump if they're on side, right? And this is what we don't know. How far will they dump? And what will Bitcoin and Ethereum do in that time? If Bitcoin and Ethereum going up, are people going to be enticed to sell? That's where we don't know. That's why crypto, we haven't run this experiment millions of times for us to have some sort of formula. But that's what also makes it exciting, okay? So I've been playing in the other ecosystem, within the ecosystem itself, but I knew at the end of the day, you need more people coming in. If you don't get more people coming in with some sort of central bank of last resort to stop this from collapsing more, you know exactly what's going to happen. And I've drawn it here for you, friends. So, at the end of the day, this is what you're looking at. You're looking at something that's gone down for a long time. It's come up. People get excited and stuff. Now, obviously, I don't like seeing it down here, but I'm just telling you, every single coin out there to ever exist tests everyone. And I do mean everybody. Everybody gets tests. So that's fundamentally what we're waiting for, right? And if that doesn't happen, that's okay, right? That's okay. If all those 6 trillion coins happen to be owned by people who aren't going to dump, that's okay. There's a plan for that too, right? There's going to be a 2024 and a 2025. There will be other parts within this ecosystem that grow, right? If other people want to keep joining it, but at least you've learned a lesson, right? So you can remove Zen from the label. It doesn't even really matter. I've taught you a skill here, right? This is a tool you're going to carry from any other coin before you touch anything. You have to look at the future supply, right? Future supply. And you know what that means, friends? That means future dumping. But you know what won't dump in the future? Our friendship. Give your mum a big hug for me.